Well, let's modulate envelope stages. I've here the LFO modulating now at the beginning the attack stage of this envelope, and and the envelope's output modulates the VCA, the volume VCA here. I've inserted a second VCA. I'm going to use it in a while, not yet now. It's so I can put it up here. So the output of the LFO is shown in pink again. So it's again a sine wave. And now when I start the envelope, the result is like that. You see that the attack phase is divided into two parts. There's a quite steep part at the end and a quite shallow part at the beginning. It depends on the frequency here. So when I increase the frequency, I get a different relation of the two envelopes, attack stages here. And let me increase it even more. And now I have more than one attack stage here. And the attack time is changing rapidly, as you see. But now, let me go down again a bit. A bit higher. Can't see it. Yeah. Now I decrease the offset of the attack time, and now listen and watch to that. No change, as if there were no modulation at all. And this is, with this offset, with this middle or low offset, the LFO, the modulation of the attack time by the LFO, causes when the triangle wave has its negative phase. Let me show this as this negative phase here. Then the attack time gets so short that it goes to 0, or mathematically even minus, what's not possible, of course. So it goes to 0, and then it ends. It simply ends. So the attack time is faster with this modulation than without. Let me show this. So, and now the modulation again. We couldn't see it. Here it is. Yeah. So because the first negative phase, the first negative half wave of the LFO makes the attack time go to 0. When I increase it again, the attack time doesn't go to 0, but caused by the LFO. Yeah, and this is exactly what I'm going to do, where I'm going to use this VCA, because I want the attack, even with lower offsets, attack offsets, I want to be able to modulate the attack time. So I reduce the amount of CV or the CV level which arrives from the LFO through the VCA. You see, we have a short. Depends on when I get the trigger. Let me even reduce it, the LFO's influence. So I wait until the blue line is coming in again. Higher frequency. It needs, yeah, here we have a little beat some little beats. Yeah. A little bit more, perhaps, possible. Yeah, okay. So you see it needs some fine-tuning. Let me demonstrate the same with, no attack, with a decay. It's also time-related. Reduce the sustain, a time-related parameter. But at first, a little bit more. We see, we nearly don't hear it. We see small beats here. Let me make them, the frequency of the beats, of the decay beats, shorter, lower. Yeah, and now we see it. We can see it, and let me try to increase the amount. Yeah, and then now we can hear it even. Let me increase sustain a bit. What makes the decay time shorter, of course, but perhaps not too short, I hope. Yeah, it's possible. And it's the same when I reduce the offset. I don't get that much of a modulation. I get a little bit, depending on when the trigger or gate impulses arrive here at the envelope, then I get quite something. I get little differences in the envelope shape, in the decay time. Depends on whether the LFO has its low or its negative or its positive half wave, and where in the negative and positive half wave the LFO is when the envelope starts. You see it. Okay, it's completely different, of course, with sustain modulation. Let me modulate sustain. I don't have any problems with the time because it's no time-related parameter but a level, so as long as the gate is open, it will oscillate. There will be the beats, and I can make them stronger. I can even leave away. Or let me at first make them a little bit more shallow. Even more. Yeah. Or I can even completely leave out this VCA and modulator directly. Even at lower offset. The beats are, the difference between low and high level are of course higher with lower offsets because it goes more down. It can't go more up than maximum, but it can go down to 0 or not to 0, to the level I set here with the sustain slider. All right. Yeah, and release is once again is a time-related parameter, and the things I have shown with attack and decay are valid with release as well.